Hi friends, welcome to my first of two Vlogtober resources vlogs. So today I'm talking about the absolute analog notebooks that I will be using in October and for the rest of the year. I have three basic books. I have all of them, none of them are new. I'm coming into October with all of them with previous things written in them and just seeing how things go along. So the first notebook is my Stology. This notebook is what I refer to as my learning notebook. It simply has all of my notes from Reiki school, from Reiki books that I've read, from the typing course that I'm currently doing with Lauren. This is just easy peasy, my learning notebook. This will be my learning notebook until it's full. The second book that I want to tell you about is my plus size, I always call it plus size, my Baron Fig. So this is the bigger of the two sizes of the Baron Fig. I have used probably half of this notebook earlier in this year as a journal, and I decided to play around with making it my bullet journal. I did some counting and it didn't go well. So I turned the page, tried again, and I just made, I separated each page into 4 sections. A section for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and then for next week. This will be a place just for tasks only, but then I'll use the rest of the pages in the book as needed for lists and brainstormings and things like that. And then I went through my task list for earlier this week and went ahead and filled in the rest of the week. I wanted to have an idea of what a full week would look like. So this is, oh goodness, this list looks big. I went ahead and filled in what I had already done. And then I planned out the remainder of my week, looking at my computer calendar, notes I had made in my cousin for the week, and just tried to get an idea of when and where things both best fit in my week. And then, of course, like October needed a title page. This is the yellow mild liner and just some old scripts I've been practicing forever. I think it came from Bohoberry, maybe. It's been a while. And then finally, we have the journaling, planning, love of my life, the Hobonichi Techo cousin. I had a hard time pulling this book back out because I abandoned it completely in February of this year. So bringing it back out with, a solid, 6-7 months completely vacant to come back into it was kind of hard on the ego, but I did it anyway. So this planner is the absolute king of my planner heart. This is the Hobonichi Techo cousin. I have already ordered mine for 2022. There's just no way around it, even though we have a very stressful relationship at times. This is my heart. So I'll show you before I get started there with the my favorite pen that I use for this planner is actually their freebie pen from 2019. I have 3 of these pens, 2 that were mine, 1 that came with my husband's, and I just replaced the ink cartridges in these repeatedly. This pink and white structure is by far my favorite pen I've ever owned. As far as highlighters and markers, I am using the mild liner in 2 different shades of pink, yellow, and the light gray. I also have, but don't find they work super well on these pages, the zebra click art. So you may see me use these some in the Baron Fig. So I'm going to show you both how I was using the Hobonichi and how I plan on using the Hobonichi moving forward. So in the beginning of the year and for the past several years, I've used the monthly page to write out my word of the year and then my affirmations on a daily basis. My affirmations have gotten longer now than just the 2 sentences. So I'm really not sure how I will use this page in October, but I'm curious. This is the one place where I'm really just going to play around and see what ends up showing up on these pages. I am going to use the weekly pages as my schedule. I already have this week's filled out, and I didn't think about confidential information before. I didn't think I'd be sharing this, so I was just wide open. So I will show you these as they're more completed with a little less client information on them. But I just plan on using my scheduler from 9 to 4, the times that I'm at work, and then having it go to like 9 or 9:30 because that's how that's usually my work time for my soul work as well. So I'm going to use this, interestingly, as more of like an awareness time tracker and a place to have my appointments where I can go back and reference them. Even though I primarily work from my Google Calendar, I think I like being able to look back and see how my time has shifted between my mogul job and my soul work. And I think this will, this spread will be representative of that. And then finally, moving back to the daily pages. Right now, my journaling practice is in a Hobonichi Day Free, and I take up about a page, a little more than a page each day in my journaling practice. Sometimes it's this much, and sometimes it's a page and a half. So I'm just going to allow my daily journaling to free flow through the pages with the intention of averaging a page or so a day and staying, pretty close to the day that's on the top of the page, knowing that if I skip a page or if I skip a day, that may be a page that I go back to for a master to-do list or a master idea list. But with the plan being by the end of the month to have each page filled up in some way. And this is kind of how I was operating earlier in the month as well. Like here's my journaling for the day. Maybe I wasn't as focused as I thought I was. My journaling for the day in one column, and then my notes for the day in the other. But my journaling practice has changed since then, so I see myself taking up close to a page and then filling in. I love this spread. And then pages that I don't write in each day, filling them in with information that I want to make sure I carry from this year. So that's how I intend to use my Hobonichi cousin in the month of October and hopefully beyond. That is my planner / journaling setup for October. I'm curious to see how it changes, how it ebbs and flows through the month, and how I can set up realistic expectations, but still yet sticking with it and keeping it functional for the month. So if you have any questions, feel free to leave me a comment, and we'll see how things go through the next month. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll see you soon.